One thing that I really just realized, I don't know how I never noticed it sooner, but I was watching a video and somebody pointed it out, is that King Von has 600 tattooed on him.
Yeah.
Okay, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Like, why would King Von get 600 tattooed on him?
Cause he LA'd up and he's 600. You feel me? Like, bro, that's why I be telling niggas, like, when niggas be asking me about, like, they be like, man, you always talking about T-Roy and Von and Jake Money. Like, was you O-Block? Like, bro, at one point in time, like, the real members, folk, like, we was, like, hanging every day. Like, O-Block and 600 was them that the same thing. If you was a real member, you was the same thing. We looked at that shit like the same. And Von was the nigga, like, he took, like, when Von started hanging with me, folk, like, he was on my block. And this one thing a lot of O-Block niggas really never did. Like, you know, because how they hood structured, folk, like, it's just so much easier and simpler to just go stand in them gates and hang with folks them. You know what I'm saying? And just go over there and be, you know, play the park. You know what I'm saying? Play Parkway, play them gates. You know what I'm saying? Sit in the wick where we kind of covered and blanketed, then rather than just standing on 600 where we ain't protected by that same type of security reasons. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you'll catch 600 in a wick. But what J Money, T-Roy, and Von started doing, like, once we started hanging together heavy, folk, they was coming on the block with me. Like, I'll be in a wick, and then I'll be like, I'll leave. I'm like, where you finna go? I'm like, I'm finna go to the block. They like, all right, we on the block. Like, phone them start coming on the block. Like, they on my block now. So now a lot of times, you know, phone them like T-Roy, Von, Money, they outside on the block with us. You know what I'm saying? So T-Roy, like, with Von, bro, when we was losing niggas, folk, Von took that shit personally. Like, T-Roy took that shit personally. Like, J Money took that shit personally. Like, bro, these my blood niggas, for like, we was the same shit. Like, it was O-Block and 600 niggas in the same group, bro. Like, our friend group was O-Block 600 niggas. Like, me, J Money, V-Roy, by now. You know what I'm saying? Folks them, like, we O-Block 600 niggas in our everyday crew. Like, it ain't just, oh yeah, 600, and then we go link with O-Block. Like, my crew, we jam. We so much, you can't tell us apart on BD. You know, when Von got locked up, he got locked up in LA hood coat. Him and LA had swap coats, man. Like, this is what people don't even know. For like, him and LA swap coats the day he got locked up with a Glock 45 in an O block. We all leave my crib. I went to the hood. I went to my block. He went to his block. On BD, me and LA went to our hood. He went to the wick on BD. Him and LA swap coats. LA had a nice ass coat on BD. Probably was from like Zara or something. It was a different type of coat. Folks had on the Pelly with black Pelly leather with the rhinestones and shit. That's how LA Mama got Von Pelly. LA Mama still got that Pelly Von had on in the pictures in my room with him and Von and Mac. I mean, with him and LA and Mac and all that. LA Mama got that Pelly. But Von got locked up in LA coat. And that's how LA ended up keeping the Pelly on photo. He kept the Pelly. He like, damn, he got locked up with a Glock in my coat. Cause you know, Von, he always on papers and shit. So every time he go to jail, he breaking some type of like, he like breaking some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he never doing his full parole time. He always violating parole probation. So every time he get locked back up, they hold him. So when he got locked up, that jacket went with him. On videos on LA kept his leather hoodie and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, he got LA tatted on him. Like, that was his real homie, folks. Like, when something happened to LA, he took that personal on Steve. Like, that hurted him. On BD, that hurted T-Roy. That hurted Big A. That hurted J Money, folks. On BD, that hurted a lot of niggas, folks. On BD, like, that hurted a lot of niggas, folks. So, when that shit happened, folks, on BD, it's like, damn, niggas, like, you know, a lot of this shit was going on. Like, so, with the shit with Von having 600 in LA tatted on him for like, he really like 600 for like, folks was saying that shit like in tweets and all type of shit. Like, he really a 600 boy. For like a lot of shit Von was out here on, he was with us with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was with us for.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.